Melbourne has long worn the crown of the world's most livable city. But what does that really mean? It's a title that conjures images of perfect coffee, seamless public transport, and smiling citizens. But livable is a slippery word. Does it mean safety, culture, or just a good vibe? For Melbourne to win this accolade again and again, there must be something special at play. Is it clever planning, a dash of luck, or just great PR? I set out to see if Melbourne's reputation holds up in real life. Was it truly urban paradise, or just a city that knows how to ace a survey? Time to find out what makes Melbourne tick. Melbourne's story begins in 1835, when John Batman and a small group of settlers arrived at the muddy banks of the Yarra River. They saw potential in this wild, untamed land, and decided to lay the foundations for a new village. The area was marshy, the river unpredictable, and the future uncertain, but their vision was bold. What started as a humble settlement surrounded by dense bushland and the sounds of native birds would soon become the stage for one of the most dramatic transformations in Australian history. Everything changed in the 1850s when gold was discovered in Victoria's hills. The news spread like wildfire, drawing fortune seekers from across the world. Suddenly, Melbourne was no longer just a remote outpost. It became one of the richest, fastest-growing cities on Earth. Streets buzzed with new arrivals, and the city's population exploded almost overnight. The gold rush didn't just bring wealth, it brought energy, diversity, and a sense of limitless possibility. Grand Victorian buildings sprang up, their ornate facades and soaring domes a testament to newfound prosperity. Marvelous Melbourne was born, a city that wanted the world to know it had arrived. The Royal Exhibition Building, stately banks, and elegant arcades all spoke of ambition and confidence as if the city itself was determined to impress. The city's fortunes rose and fell with the gold, but its legacy is everywhere. Ornate architecture, a tidy grid, and a sense of ambition that still lingers in the air. Melbourne's streets were carefully planned, laid out in a grid that made it easy for newcomers to find their way. The city's decorative buildings, with their intricate ironwork and grand entrances, still stand as reminders of a time when anything seemed possible. The Yarra River, once wild and winding, was straightened and tamed to suit the city's needs. Yet despite all the changes, it still keeps its original brownish charm, a living link to the city's earliest days. The river has witnessed every chapter of Melbourne's story, from gold rush chaos to modern-day calm, and remains at the heart of city life. Walking Melbourne's streets is a stroll through layers of history, fortune, grit, and a bit of showmanship. Every laneway and boulevard tells a story, from the bustling arcades filled with echoes of gold rush traders, to the hidden corners where artists and entrepreneurs have always thrived. The city's unique blend of old and new is everywhere you look. The city's character is shaped by this mix of bold ambition and hard-earned prosperity. Melbourne is a place where grand dreams and everyday hustle go hand in hand, where the past is never far from the present. Its skyline is a patchwork of eras, each building a chapter in a story of reinvention and resilience. Melbourne wasn't handed its success, it dug it up, one gold nugget at a time. The city's museums and archives are filled with reminders of those who toiled in the earth, risking everything for a chance at fortune. Their determination and resourcefulness set the tone for generations to come, shaping a city that values both luck and hard work. That foundation of luck and hustle is key to understanding the city's confidence today. Melbourne's energy comes from its people, ambitious, creative, and always ready to seize the next opportunity. Whether in business, the arts, or daily life, the city's spirit is unmistakable. A blend of optimism, resilience, and a dash of swagger. It's a place that remembers its roots even as it grows. Melbourne's story is still being written, with every new building and every new arrival adding to its rich tapestry. The city's grandeur, ambition, and the ever-present Yarra remind us that history is not just in the past, it's alive in every corner of Melbourne today. What stands out in Melbourne isn't just the skyline, it's the people. There's a relaxed friendliness here. Strangers chat at tram stops just to pass the time. Melburnians have mastered the art of balance, work to live, not live to work. Cafes buzz on weekday mornings, parks fill with picnickers at the first sign of sun. Maybe it's the city's isolation, but there's a real sense of community. Locals support small businesses and take pride in their neighborhoods. It's a city of villages, each with its own flavor, but united by a welcoming spirit. Sure, there are grumpy commuters, but the default mood is cheerful civility. Small courtesies, please thank you holding doors, add up to a place that feels safe and inviting. In Melbourne, it's hard to have a bad day when everyone's trying to have a good one. Melbourne is a city built for wandering. Its parks, like the Royal Botanic Gardens and Fitzroy Gardens, are green oases right in the city's heart. These aren't just pretty spaces, they're part of daily life, filled with joggers, picnickers, and office workers on lunch breaks. Getting around is easy thanks to the world's largest tram network. Trams are more than transport. They're a Melbourne icon, clanging through the suburbs and city alike. With a single Mikey card, you can explore the whole city, and the free tram zone in the center makes it even easier. The combination of green spaces and reliable public transport makes Melbourne both livable and endlessly explorable. All you need is a map, a Mikey, and a sense of adventure. If Melbourne had a religion, it would worship food, art, and sport. These three passions are woven into the very fabric of the city, shaping its culture, its streets, and the daily lives of its people. Melbourne is a place where creativity and competition go hand in hand, and where every day feels like a celebration of what makes life vibrant. The city's food scene is legendary. Thanks to waves of immigration, you can eat your way around the world without leaving town. From Italian trattorias in Carlton to Greek tavernas in Oakley, Vietnamese pho houses in Richmond to Ethiopian injera cafes in Footscray, Melbourne's neighborhoods are a living map of global flavors. Food here isn't just about sustenance, it's about community, tradition, and discovery. Every meal is an invitation to explore a new culture, and every market stall tells a story. Coffee is a serious business, and the laneways are packed with hidden gems, from patisseries to faux joints. Melbourne's baristas are artists in their own right, crafting the perfect flat white or long black with obsessive attention to detail. The city's laneways are alive with the aroma of freshly ground beans, the clatter of cups, and the hum of conversation. Here, coffee culture is a ritual, one that brings people together, fuels creativity, and sparks new ideas. Art is everywhere, from world-class galleries to ever-changing street murals in the city's alleys. Melbourne's creative spirit is on display in every corner, whether you're wandering through the National Gallery of Victoria or stumbling upon a vibrant mural in a hidden laneway. The city is a canvas for artists of all kinds, and its streets are alive with color, imagination, and expression. Art here isn't confined to museums, it spills out onto the pavement, inviting everyone to take part. Live music thrives in pubs and band rooms across the suburbs. From indie rock gigs in Fitzroy to jazz nights in St Kilda, Melbourne's music scene is as diverse as its people. Local bands and international acts alike find a home here, and every night offers a new soundtrack to the city's energy. Music is the heartbeat of Melbourne's nightlife, drawing crowds together and creating memories that last long after the final encore. And then there's sport, especially Australian rules football, which takes over the city every winter. The AFL isn't just a game here, it's a way of life, a weekly ritual that brings families, friends, and strangers together. The roar of the crowd, the thrill of the contest, and the sea of team colors create an atmosphere unlike any other. Sport in Melbourne is about passion, pride, and belonging. The MCG is a temple for fans, but Melbourne also hosts the Australian Open, Formula One, and the Melbourne Cup. Each event transforms the city, drawing visitors from around the world and turning Melbourne into a global stage. Whether it's the tension of a Grand Slam final, the speed of the Grand Prix, or the spectacle of the Cup, sport here is a celebration that unites everyone in excitement and anticipation. Food, art, and sport aren't just pastimes here, they're passions that unite the city. Festivals fill the calendar, from food and wine celebrations to art fairs and sporting finals. These events bring people together, turning streets into stages and parks into playgrounds. In Melbourne, there's always something to celebrate, and always a reason to come together. This creative, competitive energy is part of what makes Melbourne so vibrant. It's a city that encourages innovation, welcomes new ideas, and celebrates diversity in every form. Whether you're an artist, an athlete, a chef, or a dreamer, Melbourne offers a place to belong and a community to inspire you. It's a city that celebrates life in all its flavors. In Melbourne, every day is an opportunity to discover something new, to connect with others, and to savor the richness of a city that truly lives and breathes food, art, and things you kick. Melbourne's weather is legendary for its unpredictability. 4 seasons in one day isn't a joke, it's a warning. Locals are experts at layering, always ready for sun, rain, or a sudden chill. Complaining about the weather is a citywide bonding ritual. But beyond the forecast, Melbourne's real character is found in its neighborhoods. The city centre is a creative commercial hub, but the suburbs are where the soul lives. Fitzroy and Collingwood pulse with art and music. St Kilda offers beachside fun and cake shops. Each neighborhood has its own vibe, from bohemian to beachy, and exploring them is essential to understanding the city. No matter the weather, there's always a new corner to discover. To really know Melbourne, you have to visit its iconic suburbs, Fitzroy and St Kilda. These neighborhoods are more than just places on a map, they're living, breathing stories that capture the city's creative pulse and laid-back spirit. Each has its own personality, and together, they reveal the many faces of Melbourne. Fitzroy is the city's creative heart, where every wall is a canvas, every shop window a statement, and every cafe a gathering place for artists, musicians, and dreamers. The air here hums with possibility, and the bohemian spirit is impossible to ignore. It's a place that resists the mainstream, always pushing boundaries and celebrating individuality. Brunswick Street buzzes with energy, alive with the sounds of laughter, music, and conversation. Every alley is an art gallery, bursting with vibrant graffiti and ever-changing murals. You'll find hidden bars, vintage boutiques, and cozy bookshops tucked between the street art, making every stroll an adventure. The architecture is a mix of grand Victorian terraces and quirky cottages, all splashed with color and character. These buildings tell stories of the past, while their bold facades and creative touches speak to the present. It's a neighborhood where history and modernity blend seamlessly. Head south to St Kilda, and the vibe shifts. Think beach, fun, and a touch of old-school glamour. Here the city meets the sea and the pace slows down. The salty breeze, palm-lined streets, and vintage charm make it a favorite escape for locals and visitors alike. The foreshore is perfect for sunset strolls where the sky turns gold and pink over the water. Luna Park's grinning face has welcomed visitors for over a century, its carnival rides and laughter echoing the suburb's playful spirit. It's a place where memories are made, from childhood thrills to romantic evenings. Akeland Street's cake shops are legendary, their windows piled high with sweet treats that tempt every passerby. And as dusk falls, a magical moment unfolds. Tiny penguins waddle ashore on the pier, a reminder of the wild beauty that lives alongside the city's buzz. Fitzroy is edgy and creative, a magnet for those who crave inspiration and originality. St Kilda is relaxed and playful, a haven for sun-seekers and free spirits. Both suburbs attract young people, artists, and anyone looking to experience Melbourne's true character. Together, they show how Melbourne can be many things at once, all just a tram ride apart. Hop on a tram and you'll travel between worlds, from the creative chaos of Fitzroy to the breezy calm of St Kilda, experiencing the city's diversity in just a few stops. It's this diversity that gives the city its unique charm. In Melbourne, every suburb tells a different story, and it's the blend of these stories, creative, relaxed, historic, and modern, that makes the city truly unforgettable. Visiting Melbourne? Here's how to make the most of it. Grab a Mickey card for seamless travel on trams, trains, and buses. Don't forget the free tram zone downtown. Explore the laneways. The best coffee, bars, and street art are often hidden in the city's alleys. Don't just stick to the main streets. Get lost, and you'll find the real Melbourne. Talk to locals. They're friendly and full of tips on where to eat, drink, and explore. The best spots aren't always in the guidebooks. And most importantly, pack for all seasons. Melbourne's weather is famously fickle. Layers and a good jacket are essential. Be ready for anything, and you'll enjoy everything the city has to offer. Melbourne rewards curiosity and a sense of adventure. So is Melbourne truly the world's most livable city? Maybe, maybe not, but it hardly matters. Livability is personal, but Melbourne makes a strong case. Grand boulevards, cozy laneways, and a welcoming spirit. It's a big city that feels like a collection of friendly villages. Culture, food, sport, and green spaces are all world-class. But the real magic is in the city's attitude. Melbourne is proud of its past, creative in the present, and always looking forward. Whether you're here for a week or a lifetime, it's a place built for people to enjoy. The most livable title may come and go, but Melbourne's appeal is lasting. In the end, it's simply a marvelous place to be.